Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to do a little quick thing for the Goldwing here. I just got back from a 300-mile round trip, a one-day trip. And if anyone's ever had this problem before, or maybe in the future if you ever have this problem where your bike is riding and all of a sudden you just lose power and it just, even if the engine stays running, but it's got no power, no go, and it just finally coasts, and then when you finally come to a stop, it'll restart and you can go again, and it keeps doing it. It slows down and you're wondering what the heck is wrong with my bike. Well, I'm going to try to point out something that could be wrong with your bike. It's an easy try, especially when you're on the side of the road. It doesn't cost anything. You don't even have to get off the bike and everything. You can just do this. All right, so what I found, or what a friend of mine told me, and he's worked on these Goldwings since the 80s. In fact, he's the one who gave me this free gas cap here. But this is what most likely could be the problem, is your gas cap is not ventilating correctly. Now these are very important. This is what opens the pressure and relieves the pressure from the tank and everything. And if these things are stuck, you either won't run or you'll have fuel just pouring out the hose. A friend of mine had that problem. He had too much pressure building up, and fuel just came pouring out of this hose. I have the opposite. The pressure is either not holding or it's stuck in the open position, and it's just not sucking up the fuel once it gets down to about half a tank or to a quarter. That's usually when it happens, is right then. But what you can do when you're on the side of the road is take your gas cap, open it up. Okay, there's no pressure on this one because this is like take two, whatever I've done on it, so there's no pressure left in it. But you should hear something go, psh, pressure come out. And then start your bike up and take it to the nearest gas station. And then fill her up, and it should get you by. Now, if you're going on a long trip and you can't quite get a gas cap right away, as long as you fill it up right around the half a tank, or when you hit about 100 miles or so and everything, you should be okay. Now, every 50-ish miles, you might want to have to open this back up and relieve the pressure if you're still having the problem and everything. Now, I put about 2,000 miles on this bike since I've owned it, and this is the first time in a while that I've had this problem, other than the first time I test drove it and everything. I had a similar problem, but I had the vacuum pepcock, which, if you're wondering where that is, that's right there. It's your vacuum pepcock. Now, if that wasn't your problem, you could have a bad fuel pump, or this vacuum pepcock could be closed off. If you can see, when you start the bike, and you can see fuel coming in here, filling it up, but it's not, but this, and if it's not coming out of this could be bad. I've had one on mine. It was stuck because this bike's been sitting for about 10 years before I got it. And a lot of stuff was kind of stuck, or vacuum lines were destroyed, chewed up, or gone. So there's still little bugs to work out of this, but this could be what happens. But now, if you don't see any fuel coming in here, then you know you have a bad fuel pump. And the best thing to do is check your fuses and see if that's it. Or if you got a jumper wire, you have to take the seat off and everything. Yep, oh, there goes some of my motorcycle buddies driving by. Anyway, you can take the seat off and run a jumper wire from there to the hot lead on your fuel pump and see if you can hear it running at the very least. That way you know if the pump's working. Now that's something you probably couldn't do on the side of the road. But if you ever get a chance, or if you need to, when you get to a safe rest stop or a parking lot, you can try that out. Because taking the seat off is not a big deal. 4 bolts and it comes right out and everything. But anyway, that is what has happened to me. I hope that will help somebody. If you're on the side of the road, try that gas cap ideal. I mean, you got nothing to lose, and if anyone else have this problem, if you'd like to share their experience, feel free to comment. If this video helped you in any way or anything, give it a like, or give it a subscribe if you'd like to see some more videos about this and everything. All right, well, until next time, guys, it's been fun.